Today, we'll explore how to deploy a process in Dell Boomi. Think of it as following a recipe. You need the right ingredients and sequence. Skipping a step might ruin the dish. So let's work with a handy checklist and deploy with confidence. By the end, you'll be a deployment ninja. I'm Emma Grace, an IAM expert with 10+ years of hands-on experience designing and deploying identity solutions that scale. I specialize in helping organizations implement secure, user-friendly access controls that reduce risk, meet compliance, and support growth without adding complexity. First things first, log into Dell Boomi. Without access, you can't deploy anything right. Make sure you've got your login details ready and a steady internet connection. Don't let the Wi-Fi gremlins slow you down. Once logged in, head over to the Build tab. It's like your workshop. It houses all your tools. Get familiar with what's here, because we're going to pick the right tool for this deployment task. Now, it's time to choose the process you want to deploy. Like picking the right suit for an occasion. Double-check that it's ready to shine and all requirements are good to go. No mismatched ties here. Testing is key. It's your chance to catch sneaky errors before they make you look bad. Treat this step like a dress rehearsal. Make sure everything runs smoothly and you're ready for the big show. Validation is your final check before the leap. Imagine standing at the edge of a diving board, making sure your form is perfect. Clear those pesky warnings and step forward with confidence. Saving is vital. Think of it as hitting the save game button. You don't want all that hard work to disappear, right? Double-check everything's locked in, and you're good to move forward. Here comes the exciting part, deployment. Navigate to the Deploy tab and gear up to launch your process. It's like setting off fireworks. Make sure everything's prepped and let the show begin. Lastly, pick the right environment, test or production. It's like deciding where to fly your kite. Calm park or windy beach. Double-check, launch, and celebrate your successful deployment. Let's talk deployment. We'll define key runtime properties to ensure everything runs smoothly. This includes identifying parameters and configuring resources. Security settings are crucial, so we'll set them up carefully. Finally, testing configurations will give us confidence that we're on the right track. Think of it like packing the perfect toolbox. Everything you need, ready to go. Before diving in, let's take a moment to review. Double-check parameters to avoid surprises. Compatibility checks ensure systems play nice together. Allocating resources wisely is a must. And don't forget, security protocols are the guardians of the gates. It's like making sure the parachute is packed before skydiving. Here comes the action moment, deploying. First, we confirm readiness to avoid hiccups. Then, with one click, the process is set in motion. Keep an eye on initial responses and tackle issues promptly. Think of it like starting a race. You've trained, now it's time to run. Monitoring deployment progress is like watching a cake bake. It takes patience and a keen eye. We track the status to ensure smooth operations, address bottlenecks, and maintain process continuity. Plus, documenting progress helps us learn for next time. And who doesn't love a good recipe for success? Verification time. We make sure the deployed process works as expected. Testing integration ensures everything plays well together. Checking performance metrics gives us insights into efficiency. And if something's off, we fix it pronto, like finding a loose screw before the grand reveal. Time to test drive the deployment. We run functionality tests to see if it's roadworthy, validate the user experience, check outputs, and fix issues. Think of it like taking the car for a spin before handing over the keys. Troubleshooting is our moment to shine. We'll analyze logs, find the culprits, and solve problems with precision. Documenting resolutions helps us prevent repeats. It's like being the detective and hero all rolled into one. Let's set up notifications, our deployment watchdogs. We configure alerts, define thresholds, and enable real-time updates. Testing ensures notifications are reliable. It's like having a guard dog that barks when there's trouble. Finally, we schedule the process for regular execution. We decide how often it runs, automate triggers, Validate schedules and adjust settings. It's like setting your coffee maker to brew every morning. Automation at its best. Imagine launching a rocket but forgetting how you did it. Chaos, right? Well, documenting deployment ensures that future you, or your team, doesn't have to play detective. Write down each step clearly. Note troubleshooting insights, trust me. Future developers will thank you, and maintain version history. And remember, if no one can find your documentation later, it's as good as never written. Deploying in Dell Boomi is like hosting a smooth party. You plan, execute, and then watch for hiccups. Start with a solid strategy, validate thoroughly, and once live, keep an eye on integration performance, gather feedback to fine-tune workflows, and most importantly, ensure your solution scales well. Because if it crashes under growth, it's not a success, it's a lesson. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.